Kinane. I'm a senior here at Marist College, and I'm editor-in-chief of Centerfield, which is Marist's student-run sports communications publication. I'm a Syracuse, New York native, and I always thought, I'd go to Syracuse because, the prestige of the, communications program up there. But when I came to Marist, I kind of immediately fell in love with it. Everyone talks about the river, the view. That was one thing. The winters aren't that bad down here, and just getting to talk to students and faculty. When I had admitted students weekend like 4 years ago, which is crazy, but getting to talk to them, getting a feel for what the classes were going to be like, it really seemed like you weren't a number here, you were a person, and faculty would take time to talk to you and care about you basically, and that's what drew me to the school. And 4 years on, I can definitely say I made the right decision choosing Marist. I got drawn in kind of by chance. I remember I went to the club fair, that the summer club fair, when you just arrive on campus, and I was looking around, looking at all the different things in communications, and I stumbled on I don't even remember what he was there for, but it wasn't Centerfield, but the guy's name is Will Bjarnar. He was editor-in-chief at the time, and me and him got talking, and I came to a meeting, and I guess that was that. After the first meeting, I was just like, this is really cool, and I'm gonna keep coming back, and that's what happened. It was a long process. One, because we obviously went through COVID, and that was a whole different thing. We met on Zoom for a year. So after my freshman year, I learned I was going to be the managing editor, which is you're basically in charge of managing deadlines and putting people in touch to get interviews. And that was an interesting process over Zoom. But after that, deputy editor-in-chief, second in command, and that's where I got to learn what running this was actually like, and I got to learn from great people every step of the way. I've definitely learned a lot of tools of the trade. One of my professors says, is this a topic or is this a story? And that's an approach that has been useful over years. You have a lot of topics, but what's a story? So definitely outlining stuff. You can't go in with preconceived notions of what you're gonna do, because you never know if you ask someone a question, or you do a bit of research and you just stumble into a whole nother cool rabbit hole of people with really interesting stories to tell, or a really interesting team or season or whatnot. And I'd say the biggest thing is just keep your mind open, keep your eyes open, keep your ears open, and you never know where it's going to take you. They don't get any coverage anywhere else except from Marist Athletics and us. So a lot of people in the community have turned to us for that information, and we're honored and privileged that that's the case, that we have we're building a really strong base of readers, and we just exist to keep tabs on Marist, because these kids, these student athletes, are putting in the work, and we understand that we know not every story is positive, but what we want to do is tell as many of those positive stories as we can, because these student athletes, they're not just athletes, they're people too, and that's at the core of a lot of what we do. I don't even know who to mention first. I'll say Professor Sherlakens, better known as Leander to pretty much the entire program, as Centerfield's faculty advisor, has been tremendous. Dr. Kevin Lerner, also a great person to go to for advice, great professor, probably one of the funniest people on this campus. Dr. Zachary Arth, he's my advisor. We got to Marist at the same time, so for both of us it was kind of figuring out our place here. Chris Riviezzo, the current chair, Professor McNulty, journalism professor, they've all been great. And just my advice is go seek out faculty because they want to talk to you, they want to be engaged with you, and that's how I've gotten to know so many great faculty members. It's looking more likely that I will be doing a master's program at Syracuse University at the Newhouse School of Public Communications. It's going to be a broadcast and digital master's program, and in the end, I kind of wanted to go back home and get that education because I have a good opportunity there, and I always thought I'd go right out into the real world, but because it's a year-long program, I figure, okay, get it out of the way and see what happens. But it's exciting. It's going to be a lot different from here, and leaving this place behind is definitely going to be tough in the coming weeks. Just make sure to check out Centerfield, centerfieldmarist.com. We're doing a lot of great stuff, and we'd appreciate it if you gave our site a click.